Hi, passionate Rangers FC fans. Welcome to Rangers Update, your dedicated source for all things Rangers. Before we dive in, we want to express our gratitude for your unwavering support. If you bleed blue, don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, and let's strengthen our community. Now, let's get into the latest updates. A hearty welcome to our new followers. Your backing means the world to us. WATP, let's get to the news. Alright folks, it's all kicking off in Scottish football once again, and this time, the talk of the town is none other than Bojan Miovski. Aye, you heard it right. The whispers around Ibrox are getting louder by the day, and everyone's saying the same thing. Miovski could be on his way out of Rangers. It's a rumor that's spreading like wildfire across Glasgow, through pubs, fan forums, and social media alike. People can't stop talking about what's going on behind the scenes, and honestly, it's got that feeling of something big brewing. Miovski's been one of the standout figures since joining Rangers, a player who's delivered when it mattered, especially in the big games against Celtic and in Europe. But lately, folk have noticed something's off. His body language, his interviews, the way he's been left out of certain lineups. It's all feeding into the speculation that a departure might be closer than anyone thought. You can feel the tension every time his name comes up, like supporters are bracing themselves for news they don't want to hear. If this turns out to be true, it's going to send shockwaves through the entire Scottish Premiership. Now, what's really fascinating about this whole Miovski situation is the why. Why would one of Rangers' most clinical finishers suddenly be ready to pack up and leave? The whispers suggest it's not about money, at least not entirely. Some say there's been a breakdown in communication between him and the coaching staff. Others claim he's grown frustrated with his role, feeling he's not being used to his full potential in Philippe Clement's system. You can see the signs if you look closely. His movement on the pitch isn't quite the same. The confidence in his link-up play has dipped a touch, and when he's subbed off early, there's that subtle shake of the head that says it all. Rangers fans have started debating if the club's strategy is pushing players like Miovski away. Could this be another case of a talented forward not fitting the mold? It's hard to tell what's fact and what's fiction, but one thing's clear. Something's definitely stirring in the blue half of Glasgow. Another thing stirring the pot is the interest coming from abroad. Reports, and I use that term loosely, since no one's gone on record yet, suggest there are 2 or 3 clubs sniffing around Miovski's situation, including one from Italy and another from Germany. Apparently, scouts have been at Ibrox more often than usual, and they're not just admiring the atmosphere. If Miovski truly is unsettled, it wouldn't take long before offers start piling up. The guy's got a lethal instinct, a strong frame, and a knack for finding space where there shouldn't be any. That kind of quality doesn't go unnoticed. Some fans reckon the club might cash in while his value's still high, especially if the relationship behind the scenes has soured. But others are furious at the thought, saying letting him go would be madness. Imagine losing Miovski halfway through a campaign when you're pushing for the title. It's a gamble of epic proportions. You can almost hear the heated debates in the supporters' bars tonight. But let's be real, transfers like this don't happen out of thin air. There's usually a deeper story, something brewing quietly for weeks or even months. Some insiders are hinting that Miovski's agent's been having meetings abroad, laying the groundwork for a move as soon as January opens. If that's true, then Rangers could be caught in a tricky position. Do they fight to keep him, or do they cash in and rebuild quickly? Clement's project at Rangers is ambitious, no doubt, but it needs players who are all in. If Miovski's heart isn't fully in it anymore, that changes everything. There's also talk that the club's recruitment team's already scouting potential replacements from Eastern Europe, players in the same mold, but maybe younger, hungrier, and cheaper. Still, it's hard to see anyone matching Miovski's consistency right away. Losing him would be like ripping out a key piece of the puzzle just when things were starting to click. The fans, of course, are caught in the middle of it all. On one hand, they love Miovski for what he's brought, the goals, the fight, the flair. On the other, they've seen this story before. A player gets linked with a move, performances dip, and before you know it, he's gone, leaving everyone wondering what could have been. The mood online is split. Some are defending him, saying he deserves better treatment and more trust from the manager. Others think if he really wants out, then it's best to move on before the dressing room atmosphere takes a hit. It's the eternal tug-of-war in football fandom, loyalty versus pragmatism. And in Glasgow, where emotions run higher than anywhere else, that divide feels especially sharp right now. Everyone's watching, waiting for the next clue, a post, a comment, a lineup decision. Anything that could reveal what's really going on with Boyan Miovski. Still, amid all the noise and speculation, there's a quiet hope among supporters that this could all just be a misunderstanding. Maybe it's blown out of proportion, maybe he's just being rested, maybe it's all part of the plan to keep him fresh for the big fixtures. Football rumors in Scotland have a way of spiraling faster than reality can catch up. But the tension's real, and even if Miovski ends up staying, this whole saga has left a mark. It's reminded fans how fragile things can be in the modern game, how quickly heroes can become headlines, and how a few whispers can unsettle an entire fan base. Whatever happens next, one thing's for sure. Rangers have a storm on their hands, and whether Miovski rides it out or sails away, it's going to shape the club's story for the rest of the season. If the first part was about the whispers, this second part is about the aftershocks. Because when a rumor like this hits Rangers, it doesn't just fade away, it lingers, echoing through every conversation, every radio show, every social media post. Now, imagine the boardroom atmosphere right now. You've got executives, analysts, and scouts trying to stay calm while fans demand answers. Everyone's playing the waiting game, but behind closed doors, the tension's thick enough to cut with a knife. If Miovski does leave, Rangers would need to act fast and smart. The January window can be brutal, prices inflated, and rivals watching every move you make. Yet, some say this could be a blessing in disguise, a chance for the team to evolve, to bring in someone new with a different spark. Still, it's hard to picture Ibrox without Miovski leading the line, especially given how crucial his presence has been in big matches. The idea alone sends a chill through supporters' spines. As speculation grows, so do the theories about where he might end up. Some are convinced Serie A is calling, that an Italian side's been quietly in touch, offering not just a bigger paycheck, but also the allure of a different footballing culture. Others think the Bundesliga's the perfect fit, with its fast tempo and physical edge suiting Miovski's style to perfection. Then there are whispers of a wild twist, interest from down south, maybe even a Premier League side testing the waters. It's hard to separate fantasy from fact, especially when agents and media love to stir the pot. But the truth is, Miovski's profile's risen massively since his Rangers move, and opportunities like this don't come around often. If he's ambitious, this might be his moment. And if Rangers can negotiate well, it could be one of those rare deals where everyone walks away with something. Still, fans don't think in balance sheets. They think in memories, in goals, in what he means to the badge. The more you look at it, the more it feels like a crossroads moment for both player and club. For Miovski, this could be the step that defines his career. Stay and fight for silverware in Scotland, or chase a bigger stage abroad. For Rangers, it's a test of leadership. Do they have the courage to hold their ground, or the foresight to reinvest wisely? There's no easy answer. Every decision at a club like Rangers carries weight far beyond the pitch. One wrong move and the narrative can shift from strategic planning to crisis management overnight. Supporters have seen this movie before, and they're desperate for a happy ending this time. That's why emotions are running so high. It's not just about Miovski. It's about what his departure could symbolize. It's about ambition, identity, and how Rangers see themselves in the modern game. Now, if you listen closely, you'll notice something interesting: the silence from the club. No official statements, no denials, no reassurances. Just that eerie quiet that usually means the rumors got legs. Journalists are already chasing sources, trying to get a quote, but nothing concrete's come out yet. And in the absence of facts, the speculation only grows. Fans are tracking his every move, his training photos, even his likes on Instagram. That's the level of obsession that surrounds football stars these days. Every little detail becomes a clue. But deep down, there's this gut feeling among the faithful that they're witnessing the beginning of an end. They might not want to admit it, but they can sense when a player's heart's already somewhere else. That's what makes this story so compelling. It's not just about sport. It's about emotion, loyalty, and change. Meanwhile, across town, you can bet the green side of Glasgow's keeping an eye on it too. Celtic fans are loving the drama, joking that Rangers are losing their edge, that the Blue Machine, might be falling apart just as the season heats up. Rivalry fuels everything in Scotland, and the Miovski situations become perfect banter material. But beyond the jabs and jokes, even Celtic supporters know losing a player like Miovski would tilt the balance of power in subtle but serious ways. Rangers rely on his goals to turn tight games into wins, and without that cutting edge, they'd need to completely rework their attack. It's not just about replacing talent. It's about rebuilding chemistry, momentum, and belief. That's not easy, especially mid-season. If the rumor proves true, it could be one of those turning points people look back on years later and say, that's when it all shifted. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to get all the exclusive news about Rangers FC. Don't overlook any details about your beloved team. It's crucial for Rangers FC fans. And so here we are, on the brink of what could be one of the biggest transfer shocks in recent Scottish football memory. Bojan Miovski, the man who's thrilled the Ibrox faithful, might soon be packing his bags. Nothing's official yet, but the pieces are aligning in a way that feels impossible to ignore. Whether he leaves for Italy, Germany, or somewhere completely unexpected, this story's bound to dominate headlines for weeks. For now, all Rangers fans can do is hope. Hope that if he goes, it's for the right reasons, and that if he stays, it's with full commitment. Because in football, loyalty's rare, timing's everything, and legends are made not just by scoring goals, but by how they leave. Whatever happens next, one thing's certain. The Bojan Miovski saga has already written itself into Rangers folklore, and the final chapter's still waiting to be told. The anticipation for Murray's debut also fuels ongoing speculation about Rangers' immediate competitive prospects, with pundits, fans, and rival managers theorizing how his style will influence upcoming fixtures. Analysts are examining potential combinations with existing forwards, midfield link-up play, and set-piece strategies, considering how his presence could unlock new tactical options or create challenges in maintaining balance across the squad. Rumors about rotation, substitution patterns, and formation tweaks dominate conversation, reflecting the broader concern about optimizing both individual talent and collective cohesion. Social media is rife with predictions, mock lineups, and highlight reel projections, illustrating the extent to which Murray's arrival has captured public imagination. Meanwhile, Dundee FC supporters are reflecting on his departure, celebrating his career, yet recognizing the void left behind, while rival clubs are strategizing defensive contingencies. The overarching narrative suggests that Rangers are entering a transformative period, where one signing could accelerate both ambition and expectation. Murray's arrival becomes a symbol of intent, a spark around which debates, rivalries, and national football discourse coalesce. Every training session, every tactical adjustment, and every fan discussion contributes to the growing mythology of a transfer that has, in a matter of days, become central to Scottish football storylines, blending sport, drama, and speculation into a living narrative that will unfold with each whistle blown. Inside Rangers, the coaching staff and management are reportedly working tirelessly to ensure that Murray integrates as efficiently as possible, both on and off the pitch. Training schedules, tactical briefings, and individual mentoring sessions are rumored to be tailored to exploit his natural talents, while minimizing any potential inconsistencies in performance. Sources suggest that the club's analysts are poring over every previous match, identifying tendencies, strengths, and weaknesses, designing drills to anticipate and correct possible missteps before they become visible in competitive fixtures. Meanwhile, teammates are adjusting expectations, preparing to accommodate a new dynamic, balancing competition for starting positions with the need to support a player whose arrival is widely viewed as a statement of ambition and intent. Pundits speculate that Murray's presence could spark both immediate results and long-term tactical evolution, pushing Rangers into formations and strategies previously untested. Rumors even hint at potential mentorship roles for younger strikers, with Murray serving as an inspiration and guide in training sessions, instilling confidence and sharpening attacking instincts. The media frenzy continues unabated, with interviews, analysis, and speculative reporting amplifying the sense of urgency and excitement. Every drill, every friendly, every early performance is being dissected, creating a narrative that extends far beyond the individual and into the collective ambition, identity, and competitive psychology of Rangers as a club and a symbol of Scottish football supremacy. Greetings, fans. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it's greatly appreciated by Rangers FC. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments section below. Until the next video, stay tuned.